The opinions, viewpoints, and beliefs presented on this program do not necessarily reflect those of the management, the affiliates and broadcast partners, or the sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Scarefest Radio annual train wreck of a holiday episode. Plans have changed a little bit. Jason Boyd got called into work tonight. He could not be with us. Ken Boggle could not be with us. So we're down to 4 people, and that's counting Billy Crank's forehead. Because apparently Florida does not have internet. That's the only thing we can figure out. He occasionally, his camera goes live. We'll just see what happens with that. The original broadcast date is, of course, December 28th, 2018. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. You can see I'm all festive, everybody. And tonight is the episode where we come on. We'll talk some horror tonight because actually there's been a lot of horror stuff going on TV. But we don't talk Scarefest much. Tonight is just for a bunch of us to get together and have fun and for me to knock my wine glass off of the table. And if you want to come in the chat room at scarefestradio.com, we are in there. We've got some people already in there chatting. We are in there. I will monitor that. Anita tries to watch Facebook, and I'm going to introduce everybody now. Anita, flip the screen over. We are joined tonight by Brandon Griffith, co-owner of the Scarefest, Cody Chris Sutton, shaman and sponsor of Scarefest Radio, Holly LaFavors, our new correspondent / co-host, and incidentally, Holly, you should have pointed out on Twitter, this is the proof that you exist.
Oh, I'm not a reptilian.
Apparently, because she posts duck face pictures all the time. Everybody thinks that she's posting fake pictures.
Well,
that's what
you drink. You drink, therefore you am.
And of course, we are joined by Billy Crank's forehead. I have no idea. It was working a minute ago. So if Billy's camera happens to go live, Billy, can you even hear me? I tell you what we'll do. I am going to unceremoniously hang up. I wonder what that does. Oh, he already done it. He removed himself. He must have hung up his phone. So now in case this is your first Scarefest Radio holiday episode, basically this is a night me and Chris and Ken started this tradition where every year we would come on the air having drank beforehand and just see what the hell happened. Is that an apt description, Chris, would you say, of what the Scarefest
Yeah, it was
Radio...
kind of... I never will forget this. I mean, here's how it started. It really started. You were drinking all day because Anita told me the truth, what really happened. And so it was you and Boggle, you and Ken were on doing, the year-end wrap-up or something like that. And it got so insane. Then you called me up, and we're all three drinking. And Boggle, Ken had this great Christmas trivia contest, and I beat you in every question because you were like ready to fall off your stool up there. And ever since then, we thought, this is an instant winner. We've got to do it all the time. And so every year we have this now.
We actually did it one year where I didn't even have audio. That was the year Elizabeth Fields joined us. And I was having some Microsoft audio problems because they decided, the most popular sound card in the country. Fuck it. And so did I. Oh, by the way, TV mature audience tonight. TV mature audience.
Yeah, because, put the kids to bed.
Yeah, put the kids to bed and hide the sheep and all that good stuff. But anyway, so that's how it started. And so we've done one every year since Scarefest Radio's been a thing. And so what we do is we just bring in all the hosts. We will open up the phone lines later on, maybe. I've got the phone number right here. And we might even take phone calls so that people can call up and give us help. But now, I did bring something here before we really get going. This was my Christmas gift from Mr. Ken Sutton. Ken Sutton. I do that every year, too. I do that every year. As I drink, Chris Sutton gave me the absolute beginner's guide to podcasting.
The perfect gift.
Incidentally, one of the tips in here is to it said something
not call
about
Billy Crank.
No, it was something about that was I think that's in the thing in the back. No, it says actually it says remove any co-hosts that don't make you look good. So Sutton, this will be your last episode.
I always make you look good.
No, the one thing I do like about it,
coming.
The end of every chapter, it has a little thing that says the absolute minimum, and here I am.
I warned you. I told you it was going to be a gag gift year, so that's what you get.
Every year's a gag gift year with me. What can you do? So, if we got to try. I'm gonna try Billy again. We got to, because if I know I didn't have Billy, I had room to actually put myself on screen, and then we could just all like sit together in a room. Okay, I'm gonna add people to the call. We're gonna try again, Billy. We're gonna try one more time to get Billy Crank in here, because Billy is jinxed. You know what? I was actually embarrassed. He's our backup co-host, everybody. And I went to check his account today, and Skype is nice enough to tell you the last time you actually had someone on Skype, and I was kind of embarrassed. He's not co-hosted for a while, so I'm trying to get him some airtime.
Just contact him via his Grindr account.
Oh,
Billy, you hear that?
oh.
Now, I want you all to know Billy is in a stable, loving relationship.
Billy, I love you. I'm just joking. I haven't ripped on you.
He's not even going to answer the phone this time. Well, Billy, if you're listening, we do miss you, and we will, if you can like stand on the roof or something. He made me feel bad though, everybody. He's in Florida, so that he was already going above and beyond to be on the show. But the thing is, he's at a resort. He's not like me and like gets a hotel at the Ramada Inn. No, he's in this resort he was like standing in the kitchen when I first called. The kitchen of wherever he is. And then he walked, and he was trying to get someplace with a better internet connection. And we can see how that went. So anyway, so this just might be what we got, because Billy is not answering the phone. If it comes up, we'll try it. Darn, and I had such a tribute to Ken Boggle worked out tonight. So there goes half my show. Now, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and, before we even get started with the frivolity, I'm going to give Holly LaFavors hell over something. At Louisville SuperCon, me being the misogynistic bastard that I am, I gave her a Scarefest small t-shirt, Brandon, thinking, beautiful girl, give her a small t-shirt, and the things that go through your mind. Fits her like a glove. It is a perfect fit. She modeled it on Twitter one day. It actually, she has like room to do the elbow trick that girls do when they, in other words, it's a perfect fit. How have you maintained your girlish figure, Holly?
No children. That's the secret. No kids, no stress. More money. Girlish figure.
I say, okay, that's where she lost me, because I am a stress pocket. Let's see.
Well, that's impressive, because I couldn't wear a small Scarefest shirt as a glove. So, hats off.
What
Me
what
either.
is the comedian's line? I wouldn't wash my truck with a damn men's medium or t-shirt, so a small wouldn't even come close. Billy actually tried to get in on this, so I'm going to try to add him one more time.
Well,
Billy
you know,
Gray.
if that's the case, when we took over to Scarefest, I have so many small shirts left over from 2015 and 14. I could clothe you for an entire 2 years. And you'd never have to wear the same shirt twice.
And I'll
I
bet
can
you would take
model
them.
Yeah, I would. Tag you and everything on Twitter. The model, Scarefest model.
You could do worse, Brandon. You could do worse.
Oh,
Dude.
what a roast!
Do the duck lips for me, Holly. Oh, great. Now our camera freezes. No, there she is. Okay. Now she's moving again. Do duck
I
lips for
gotta
me.
turn on my Snapchat. I don't really do duck lips. I just have lips.
That took a lot of preparation. Is that your warm up for every time you do that?
Yeah, it is.
Holly, don't do everything he tells you to do, honey. Don't do it. He'll have you. Don't do it. Just stop now. Just tell him no. Just put an end to it before it gets out of hand.
Well,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
didn't do that.
Chris,
And it just leads to sadness and
I won't
regret.
be sent anymore
Yeah.
then.
I brought her into the group because I just, it's been a while since I'd had a sexual harassment lawsuit. So,
Oh, I'm all about hush money.
Well, he gives hush cattle. So
I was going to say, Brandon will give you stock in Scarefest, maybe. Right
Someone
before
asks
the
for
con. Right before the con. The month before. That's when the bargains come up. And now in the chat room, I do want to throw a shout out to Carol Saramaki. Her and Mel gave me you probably saw it on Facebook, the most. I got socks that absolutely rocked. Everybody, socks are such a Christmas gift cliche. And I wish I brought them up. Nita, go get my socks. My producer is going to get my socks now. Because these socks absolutely...
Wow, that's nice the way you put that.
No
Fetch
kidding.
my socks.
Yeah, you
Well,
left
I've
off
got...
the bench.
And bring that other bottle of wine. So,
I hope she hits you in the head with it.
do what?
I hope she hits you in the head with that bottle.
Socks
Yeah.
me, witch.
Talk to her that way.
It
Yeah,
would not...
sexist.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you asked.
On
I'm on her
a
side.
daily damn basis. On a daily damn basis. Oh, I know one thing we got to talk about. Okay. Oh, okay. There's my bad Santa. Now,
Let's talk about your haircut. Jesus Christ,
what about it?
dude! I'm not seeing your hair that short. It's like you're like a middle-aged Brad Pitt.
Well, thank you for watching Scarefest
Except
Radio
for the
every
face
week.
part. Except for
See
the,
now, Brandon, he's trimmed his beard way down. Now he's got a haircut like that. He's up to something, I can tell.
I'm
Yeah,
just so.
like-
He doesn't look like this during the winter.
are you doing some commercial work? Like,
Yeah.
Yes, I am. And I just want to thank you for being such a fan of the show that you watch every week because I've had this haircut for 4 freaking weeks. Now, everybody, my next cosplay. Are you ready? Are you ready? What is it? What is it?
Bird
Bird
box.
box. I haven't even seen it. I knew what it was, though.
All right. Now,
My review.
There they are.
the most beautiful socks I have ever possessed in my entire life.
Did they come with a fortune?
I do the fortunes. The socks are
He's
just a tool.
he is Zoltar.
You do the shitty fortune telling.
all
Well,
right,
I don't think that's what the banner says.
So wait, I got to back everybody up for just a second. So everybody here has seen the Bird Box movie, then?
No, I know the reference. That's about it.
Oh my God. Okay, did you say it sucked? Like you didn't like it?
Holly?
I personally did not. No.
Okay, I didn't either.
Okay,
Because-
we agree.
Yeah, no, I am right there with you. I watched it last night.
I
and
did too.
It was like The Quiet Place, like except now they've picked up a different sense, and so now I'm waiting for the next horror movie that's going to come out for like erectile dysfunction.
Oh.
So like, say you get a boner, like some creature like comes and kills you, that would follow the suit of The Quiet Place, Bird Box, and I don't know, ED for death.
Okay.
I think a lot of people miss the point of the movie, which I tweeted my review last night about how it was a catharsis type of movie about mental health. But a lot of people were posting about how it was like The Quiet Place, which was about monsters and aliens. But it follows suit with the movies, like it follows The Happening, The Village, M. Night Shyamalan movies. So I think that it's a movie we've seen before. But I just read about 30 minutes ago that it has over 40 million streams already.
Oh, it's went crazy.
In 7 days.
It's went crazy, and I have a hard time like wrap my head around it. Like, I don't know, I wasn't that impressed with it.
I'll have to watch it now. It's on Netflix, so it doesn't cost nothing. But you guys know me, I'm not a big horror
I'm sorry to
person,
the viewers for what where I'm on screen. I've gotten Billy's other account here, and because I don't know that he wants, I don't know what that button means. Okay, add on Skype.
Maybe you should refer to the book I sent you.
Billy says add him from another email.
Yes, Billy, we're working on it. Okay. What I need to do now.
I can hear him.
This is terrible.
How
Yeah,
the freak
you're
did
right.
he get here? Okay, go to call. Oh, I see. No, it's still showing him under that. Billy? Okay, let me just remove that from call. And then we're going to try now to add...
Boy, this is giving me flashbacks to the old days with being on lots of shows.
There we go. Found her.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Found her?
Yes, his lovely girlfriend. Also has
yay.
Skype. And hopefully has a phone that freaking works. Looky
Hey,
there,
how's it going,
everybody.
guys?
All
Yeah,
right,
that's it.
now,
Uh-oh. There he is.
as we say in the radio business, I will fix that in post. Ta-da. Hi, Billy.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Anybody having any difficulties? I know I am.
So we're okay. So what did you started off? You had a good internet connection. Was the office of the place like in the basement?
Well, see, I could either stand in the lobby or something where everybody can hear me. Office a little bit, obviously. So I chose to come to the office, and the office doesn't have very. But Taylor here's got this iPad, and it's doing pretty well.
Oh, goody! Another Apple product. We'll see how this goes. Now, Taylor, I did not get to publicly apologize to you. Everybody now, though, I met Taylor. Now, she friended me on Facebook because that's what people do. But then I met her at Louisville SuperCon, and she was in cosplay. Very, 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 very nicely done. Very character accurate. And what did Wesley say to her? He says, "Oh, look, Ms. Marvel."
Miss Captain.
God, can't take you anywhere.
Brandon, now you're a comic book fan from way back.
No.
How did that character start out?
He does okay in redneck bars.
Before Captain Marvel croaked from cancer or something, It was Ms. Marvel and Captain Marvel. She got promoted, for the record, just because the Marvel Universe doesn't recognize my youth.
God, somebody's been reading the Wikipedia.
I'm a comic book fan. That's how I became so smart.
Yeah.
This is spiraling out of control.
And the room goes silent.
Oh,
Now,
Okay,
I'm gonna
here we go.
put Taylor on the hot seat in a minute. Now, Taylor, what other characters do you do?
poor Taylor.
Well, I also do Harley Quinn.
Doesn't everybody? Move on. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
No.
if you can rock Harley
Hey,
Quinn, you're okay with
okay.
me.
I like the OG Harley Quinn, the Jester one. That's my favorite.
Oh, okay. The one, in words, the one that the non-sexy one. I got you. Okay.
The non-sexy one? Jesus Christ, Wes, have you ever seen Batman the Animated Series? Come on.
Oddly enough, no.
Reason why that is fake.
You gotta understand,
Um,
everybody. You
and-
gotta understand. The year that the movie came out, Suicide Squad, it came out not long before the Scarefest, and we were, I would say, ass deep in, and that's actually a very good way to put it, ass deep in Harley Quinns that year, and many of them male, incidentally. And I got this phobia about this. Now, this is not anti cross dressing or anything. This is just a simple thing. There are people that should not wear hot pants, and most of them are guys. There,
Sure.
I put it out there. I'm sorry. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Because as we say in the country, the walnuts were falling.
Although, Billy, if you did cosplay as Ernest doing cosplay of Harley Quinn, I would probably pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be worth the money.
That sounds pretty interesting there.
No, I mean, if you want something to work on, like if you can pull that off, I'll be impressed.
We'll figure something.
She's pretty good at cosplay. She'll hook me up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her to work with me now. Now okay, Billy? Are you going to expand your repertoire? Because I don't want to stomp on your whatever the hell.
I'll tell you.
What is the English word for? I'm gonna start doing that whenever I can't think of something, Chris. I'm just gonna say, what's the English word? That way people will think I'm bilingual.
Right, there you go.
Okay,
kinda are in a
if she
way.
does Harley Quinn, now does that mean we're going to move beyond Ernst and maybe see Batman Billy Crank or Joker Billy Crank?
You might see a Robin. How about that? You might see a Robin. Old school Robin.
Wait, Billy, are you fucking kidding me? Like, okay, you're gonna break that out, and like your goal is to go for Robin? Come on.
Come on,
You gotta go
Billy.
bigger than that. You gotta
Come
go
on,
bigger
Billy.
than that.
You can go bigger. Come on, buddy.
I'm not going to be doing too much more of that at the moment, but I'm gonna drop a bomb on everybody right now. The Fairley brothers are picking up, are trying to pick up on the character, and they're wanting to buy the rights for a year. The Fairley brothers. So I'm sitting on that right now. If you guys heard that.
Which character? The Ernst character?
The son of Ernest character.
Yeah, son of Ernest
They're kind of
character.
looking at that.
Well, that doesn't count because
but as
then
far as
that becomes a
cosplay, man,
job
I
then.
Can't go no farther than the Ernest for me. That's like my go-to. You know what I mean?
So you're telling
Yeah.
me that your lady friend needs Batman?
Yeah.
I'm
Or
Batman.
what is that? Black Knight? What is that? The Dark Knight?
Nightwing.
Nightwing. I thought that was cool. That would have been a cool thing for me.
I actually do want to, if I can get somebody. Actually, I'll probably just go somewhere and rent a costume one weekend when we're doing one of these cons because I don't do cosplay. But I do want to do Batman just because I like doing the voice. So
You sure you don't want to do Black Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's a
Black
freaking Black Knight?
Yeah.
That sounds.
No,
that
no.
sounds
Well,
like,
apparently, no. That's a character that Billy's created. I can't remember him right off, but like Black Knight sounds pretty interesting.
I
That's-
don't think that's politically correct.
Well, he's the one. No,
Billy, I don't think you could show up in blackface to a
that's
con
Holly.
and make it out alive. Okay,
no, nor should you.
No, I'm not.
I'm just making sure.
Just throwing it out there. Yep.
Now, the Black Knight. If you go back to Monty Python, the Holy Grail, the Black Knight's the one that fights.
Tis a flesh wound.
I
It's
could
but
do
a
that
flesh
one.
wound.
I could
You
do
could.
that
Yeah,
one.
Wes,
Yes.
you'd be great at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
That
just
would be good.
although now my favorite.
Well, you know what? You got me wanting to do Dark Helmet.
No. I'm holding that one for the lovely lady that we met at Louisville SuperCon.
Hey,
She is coming to
that's
Scarefest,
female.
and we can't have
I'm
two of
a
those.
male.
Dude, you can't. Okay, look, you're taking my niche here. Like every year, I was a different Rick Moranis character. So like, Lord Helmet is on my list. Now,
Do
if
it.
you were going to do Lord Helmet, I can jive with that. Then I'll have to go as Barf because I'm a fat ass. So I'll go as Barf. You go as Lord Helmet. You can pull it off. I'll let you borrow my glasses. I would be game for that. I'm half man, half dog. I'll be my own best friend. Good to go.
It could be yogurt.
Yogurt.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
That, I remember that character.
I hate yogurt, even with strawberries.
Well, that conversation took a weird turn, if I do say so myself.
That's what I do. That's what you got me here for.
I can't drink fast enough for you guys. Keep going.
What were you drinking on there?
Oh, by the way,
Little
Bra-
Wild Turkey.
Oh,
Brandon?
101.
101. That's right.
Nicole says no smoking in the house.
Are
Ooh.
you kidding me?
I'm confined in my own little quadrant here. I can do whatever I want to. I'll play Twister naked on this floor if I feel like it. This is my section of the house. I'll do what I want.
And tune in next week for
The ultimate divorce.
For the next edition of Divorce Court.
But anyway, okay. So I'm not now Bird Box I could actually do with that thing that I had right around my head because I can actually see. But I'm having a little trouble whether just to do Sandra Bullock or to do one of the male characters. But okay, so I've got Bad Santa and Brandon. Now are we doing Vet City?
Oh, yeah. That's like, what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah, 3. Yeah, it's like 27, 21 days, something like that.
Oh, semantics. But yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I thought actually I vaguely remembered you actually reserving the table the night we were talking about it, but I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it's all set. Like cons are like my adult spring break. So yeah, we're on the docket.
So everybody, Brandon and I will be at Vet City Comic Con in Bowling Green, Kentucky, at the Corvette Museum, and we have a banner for that. Show everybody the banner, Anita. It's the one that says appearances. There it is. Ta-da! And if you want to play the home game, it is vetcity.com. VETTE city.con.com. God, that is an unfortunate web address. vetcitycon.com. But anyway,
I got a message for Brandon real quick. I was looking in the chat here, Brandon. Nicola's en route home, if that means anything to you. So, unless somebody kicking your ass, I don't know. But
Yeah.
Carry on.
The fun police are on their way, so we'll have to take note of that.
Smoke them up while you got them.
No, I'm trying to. Let's see. I can't install a deadbolt on the inside of this door. Okay, we're good.
I know. Oh, okay. Well, while you are talk amongst yourselves, I am actually going to. I want to be in the same chat room as everybody else. and I can do this.
He does this shit all the time. It's weird.
Let's see.
Okay, well, while Wes is playing with him, when he's playing around, so Billy,
What was
Billy,
that?
what's that? What? Nothing. You go ahead. You chose to talk amongst ourselves, so I'm kind of taking over while you're doing that. Okay. You know, I used to have my own show and shit. I know what I'm doing. So, Billy, what's up down in Florida, buddy?
That's nice weather, huh? That's pretty good stuff. We're down here
rubbing in. Okay, keep
vacating
talking.
and checking things out. Staying here at this little resort. Kind of taking it easy, man. It's been good. Been a nice, relaxing time. Never been to a kind of a tropical place during Christmas, so it's new for me. Taylor, she's been, haven't she?
Mm-hmm.
So is that your first time at the bathhouse in Key West, or have you been there before?
It's his first time.
Now, I get to be on camera the same time everybody else does, and best of all, I'm in front of Sutton. So,
Wow.
Oh my god.
I actually didn't mean to get right in front of him. There we go. I'll move myself off to the side just a little bit for the viewers. I really don't think I'm going to use this episode for the affiliates, but okay, we'll see what happens.
Your ex-affiliates, if you put this one out there, but
Hey, I've already lost 2. Now, one of them went out of business. Wasn't my fault. But, no, the other one, it is like, y'all are crazy. So, back to cosplay. Okay, so you do Harley Quinn. I'm interested in Taylor's cosplay. You do Harley Quinn, and of course you've got Captain Marvel. I almost said it wrong.
And also, you know, the second Star Wars, of course, right? Oh my god. Sorry.
He's trying to shoot Wes.
I'm trying to line him up.
I was going to say, Chris, you do realize you're just pointing this at Billy's face, so it really doesn't affect
No,
me.
actually, you're looking. Okay, never mind. I couldn't pass that.
For this is actually a really cool effect. For now, for Vet City, Brandon, I am going to come as Constantine.
So what? You're going to change the color of your shirt?
Yes, actually, I am. I'm going to bite the bullet.
Wow, Wes really fucking sell that. Yeah. I mean,
Now, not everybody has seen my super cool trench coat.
That's a lot of work. Like going to Walmart and buying a white button-up shirt. Like, hats off to you. Like, congrats. Come on.
Not
With
everybody.
cosplay.
Not everyone has seen my really cool trench coat. Other than some people that, well, it's still in court. Okay.
So, coat, white shirt, black tie, black pants, black shoes. You got it. You're in.
See?
Smoke a lot of cigarettes. You do that anyway, so you're good.
The only problem
I have to do is Google a mugshot of you and
Taylor.
they can see your coat.
Taylor said he's sure that people at the park has seen it, Wes.
And that's where the court thing comes up, but I'm not allowed to talk about it according to my lawyer. Anyway, you realize out of the whole ensemble, the one thing I do have to buy, I actually have to buy a pair of black pants. The only black pants I have are tuxedo pants, and I don't think I think the effect would be... Yes, Wesley owns 100 Hawaiian shirts and a tuxedo. So anyway, I can't come up with nothing else by when the hell is that damn thing? January 20. Let's see. I should give them a plug. January 25th through 26th.
Oddly enough, Wes, I happen to have just a tuxedo jacket. And so we should join forces.
Between the two of us, we can be the Penguin. Which, incidentally, if she goes as Harley Quinn, at least the same comic book. That's something.
I don't know if I can pull off cosplay for this one. Like, you get your white shirt and trade in your tuxedo pants and do Constantine. And I'm going to have to come up with a Rick Moranis character before then. I can't cosplay as anything else other than a Rick Moranis character. I think I'll do Honey, I Shrunk the Kids this year. It's just a personal thing, Billy. You understand. I know my niche. I don't move beyond Rick Moranis.
Hey, there you go, man. There you go. Can you think of anything else that he's been in besides Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
No, I've done Little Shop of Horrors. I did that 1 year.
There you go. There you go. Now, what's the difference between those characters? What can you say is the difference? Each character.
Whether or not I put tape on my glasses or not.
Right on.
Yeah, Billy is it's kind of like the difference between your Son of Ernest character and everybody I've ever met at the stockyards.
I agree.
So anyway,
let me say something. This is funny.
Okay, we're not hearing you, Billy. Okay, Billy, slow down. Slow down. We're not hearing you. Your internet is froze.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pause whatever. There we go. There we go. Now say.
There you go. I know. All right. Really funny to some people around. Every VIP party that I go to, I add a little extra something. Actually think that I'm wasted beyond recognition. And like this year, I was dancing and stuff, and I come in for about 10 minutes and just made a fool of myself, you know. And then I left and come back dressed in a wig and something else, and I heard people talking and saying how wasted Billy Crank was. Anyway, it's just funny. It's funny.
Oddly enough, Billy, people tell the same story on me.
Yeah.
But I am. And incidentally, there's a reason, everybody, that Chris Sutton is not a TV weatherman. Because he has a real problem with the right and left when he's dealing with trying to superimpose something. So your rabbit ears fall upon.
I know shit's backwards. All right, see. Where are you? Come here, Wesley.
Off screen.
Off screen.
Chris, you're right here. You're right here. There you go. Right in front of your right ear. You can do it, buddy. I know you can. There you go.
And there's dense fog in this area right here. I'm indicating with my 2 fingers. There we go. I'm just doing the chat room's biddings right now. You're welcome, Eric. Yeah, Eric thanked me. You will pay for this, you know that.
What's that? Damn. Somebody don't have their phone muted. Anyway. Okay.
Billy Crank.
Okay. I hate that we lost Holly, but I've already...
In his defense, he's in a laundry room at the Sandals Resort.
Yep, pretty close.
Because this episode is famous for going off on tangents, I want... Oh, now that was good, Chris. You looked right at me. I'm having a bit of a social media dilemma, and so I'm going to put it out there for all of you to tell me what I should do about it. Other than you, Brandon, who just doesn't go on social media except once a month. So you're no help.
I'm a happier man for it, just saying.
But for some reason, and I notice it more over the holidays, but 2 things happen. People like sending me private messages with little these memes and little funny sayings that they think I would be interested in. The problem is it's usually shit that I posted a week or 2 ago. How can I politely tell people it's been done. And the crowd goes silent. I don't want to be rude to people. Well, actually, I usually don't care, but I don't want to be rude to people. But I'm getting these private messages. And by the way, never send me a freaking video. Never. Never send me a video on Facebook. But I'm getting these messenger things, people with these little sayings, because that's what I do. And they think, in other words, once in a while it might be something that I'm interested in, but I really can't remember a single time. Billy, okay, let's rephrase the question. Billy, what do you do when somebody sends you like a joke that they say, "Oh, Billy, you're funny. You should tell this joke"?
I say, all right, of course, lots of people do this, so I can't. I'm not gonna diss it. You know what I'm saying? Because I appreciate the input and any ideas that I get that I think possibly I might use later, and it's happened. I'll put in a file, and I'll keep it for later. But I'm very appreciative on that. But are you saying that it aggravates you or gets on your nerves?
Yeah, because I don't like private messages unless it's something important. In other words, if you want to put it on my wall,
yeah.
If you want,
so Wes, that's the same thing as like people like giving you a call, and you saying like, I don't like that many calls, or I don't want to hear that. And generally, I can identify with that. Like I like people for the most part, but I read an article the other day about how fertility is an all-time low in the United States. And I didn't read that as an entirely negative article. And so a lot of people I talk to, I get very good feedback. And on Facebook, like I get messages and I want to hear it. And I read them and get back to folks. But for every 9 good messages I get one message where, infertility in America is not that big of a problem. Nah.
Hey, I'm rooting for it. From what I've seen, I mean, I'm with you there.
Point being is, I think you just kind of have to take everything like, what is it? Kind of take everything in stride, and like sometimes, like I don't know, like that it's always going to happen, and like people are always going to give input, and you've got to take good input, apply it. But sometimes you get the occasional assish message, and you just kind of let that go.
You know what? One of those messages in your inbox is me, sir. So you need to check your messages.
Dude, I'm on blackout from October to December.
See, okay.
Hey,
now the truth comes out. I'm just going to do what Brandon does and ignore all of them.
No, I have a very set principle on this. And you can love it or hate it. So I have blackout periods in the year where I just do not go on social media. And it's always October, November, December. I don't do it. Do not do it. That's kind of creepy. But
hey,
but I don't do it. But so January rolls around, I will chime in there and I will jump back in it. But I just have to have blackout periods for sanity. And I think everybody does.
That's what I'm doing tonight. I'm having a blackout period.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a movie idea for that Fake Shemp wrote, and it's called Escargot: Attack of the Killer Snails from Space. We need to do.
Damn, that's genius.
And scripts written, ready to go. We just need to get funding and have Scarefest presents, and then Fake Shemp. They're the writers, and I believe it would blow up, and we've got enough actors within the Scarefest realm here that we could pull this off. Like, awesome.
Yeah,
but that's
Wes could be a snail.
I've got the poster, and I sent it through to your messenger.
First of all, you just described every problem that I have with Scarefest Radio, and that is funding. It's always that magical funding thing.
I've shot movies with $1,000 budget, the last one with a $5,000 budget. It can be done.
I do a year's worth of Scarefest Radio on $1,000 budget.
Right on.
I thought I saw Billy's. I thought I saw Brandon's eyes lit up though.
Hey, dude, if we
with
all
right, like no,
you said Escar go and you had him.
Talk to me about that all the time.
Puppets.
So I have yet to see like you show me a script on that and we'll talk. If we can keep it, I at this point I'm all out.
Sent to you. There's going to be a script sent to you.
I want to see what we're talking about here because you.
All right, hey man, we film at 90s and 80s style where we just use puppets. Think Gremlins, Critters, very little CGI. It'd be awesome, dude.
Can Nicole like shoot a shower scene?
Possibly.
Okay.
She can shoot it. We don't have to use it.
I just want you to tell her it's going to be in the movie, and then I'll just film it myself.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds great. That sounds fantastic. Oh, speaking of which, Wes filmed a audio for a hitchhiker video, songs to get murdered to, or songs to hitchhike to. I can't remember which one it is, but we're going to be filming that here soon with Fake Shimp. But Wes, do you remember doing that?
Yeah, because I figured that my voiceover was so good, they just said, we can't top this, and killed the project right there.
It was good. No, it's not killed. We're going to wait till the weather gets going, and we're going to film that, and it's going to be very fun.
Because that was like a year ago.
Yep.
Billy, I think George Romero's son lives in Kentucky.
You think so? I don't know. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I can't remember which part, but he lives in Kentucky. I'm almost positive of it.
So, does that mean like you think we can borrow his shit?
No, but like if you're going to make a movie in Kentucky and it's going to be horror themed, like that would be a good dude to reach out to, I would think.
Yeah.
What's his name? Chris, I think. Yeah, he lives in Kentucky. He actually was working on a few projects last time I was talking about it. Look into that.
Yeah. But we've got enough people within the Scarefest fam, if you will, that there's a lot of people that knows how to build stuff. They know how to do makeup, special effects. Taylor here, she knows how to do crazy stuff that's awesome. But anyway, we're full
and
of
why
those
they're dating.
People. And I believe that if we can pull something together within like a low budget, and then people would just want to do it just to get in on it, and I think we could build something awesome. Like I really do with the Escargot thing. Like, yeah, I just got all this ideas running through my brain with that project, and it's been going for a couple years. Me and Glenn Cochran from Australia, and we just got a lot of ideas with that, and I think we could do something awesome. But anyway,
that dude's in the chat room. Good day, he's here.
Yeah.
I feel like Mr. Rourke. I'm from Fantasy Island. I have a little tattoo here with me. Behind or standing there in front of me. De plane, boss, de plane. That's what you get for getting my square.
Let's do a little nipple twist in here.
No, Billy, I'm open to talking about it, man. Like this year, I was really trying to figure out a way to, because obviously like the floor plan and stuff is changing this year,
right?
And so like upstairs, we're probably going to be moving into the film rooms. I'm trying to get like 3 different film rooms upstairs across from the thoroughbred, and I'm really trying to take the film series to another level that it's been at. And like I'm open to just about anything.
I feel you, man. I feel you. I've been wanting to do this for a little while now, and if it like I seen the last movies. What was it? Babes from Space or something? Well, who did
Space? Yeah.
Dude, Space Babes from Outer Space.
Say what you will about Space Babes. I enjoyed that movie. Fuck you.
Yeah. Right on. But when I seen that, and then Scarefest had something to do with the film, it started some gears in my brain. Like, man, like what if we did something every year, like had a project, And of course, there would be a little bit of money making off of that towards Scarefest and other stuff we could do to use, like have DVDs and all that stuff, and have partners in on that. Where, you see where I'm going with this, don't you? Like, it could build on bigger movies, and other guests that come into Scarefest could be involved in it. And
I love local movies in Kentucky, man. Like, I think there's a lot of good filmmakers here locally. Like, I've always been amazed by their work. Like, I think it's great. Like, I love like big blockbuster, like, your cliche movies of the '80s and stuff. But like a lot of the stuff that like Jerry and Claude and all those guys do, like locally, like I'm a huge fan of low budget horror and low budget movie, and I think there's a lot of good stories there. Now, we had a good thing going with like the Kentucky Theater at one point in time, and their management or something there has changed a little bit, and so they are more. I'll just say it. They are more inclined to do like movies that they buy from like production studios and like all that stuff. And so we've been looking at trying to like what we can do in 19 for it. And the Lyric Theater is an option. And then you have, some other theaters that are local, but nothing that's quite like the Kentucky. I really like doing it at the Kentucky, and it was positive, and like got Hooker with a Hacksaw. It was like, I would have never seen that had I not like worked that out and got it with Claude and them and got it at the Kentucky. And I thought it was great. And
I love it.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. And I love movies like that. And so now, like, what we have to look at is like the Kentucky isn't really down with doing that kind of stuff anymore, from what I can tell. Even like just local events and things like that. And so the Lyric is kind of our next best stop for it, because if Scarefest is really built around the movies, but in the past, like we've not really done a whole lot of movie stuff. Like, it's just been like a show. We don't really invest in the film series and the film festival side of it, and that's something that I really want to change. And like, for me to you, if the Kentucky is not an option, what do you think about the Lyric for something like the film series that we used to do?
I love it, man.
Have you been to the Lyric? Like,
yeah, once.
Is that like? And I would love to hear anybody's ideas, like in and around like Central, Eastern Kentucky. If you have like an old school theater that like would love to like host things like that, I would be all about it, and I would throw in my 2 cents.
Cool. Awesome. What do you think, Wes?
Oh, I'm sorry. What were you talking about?
Really.
It's one of those ideas that sounds really great. The question is whether or not. That's why Brandon hates me. It's coming up with the
oh my God, it stinks in here.
3 people to hi Nicole.
Hi Nicole.
To execute.
Because
there are already so many moving parts in the Scarefest.
Can't hear anything.
Oh yeah, I've got my headphones on. Hold on, I'm going to unheadphone that.
Hi everybody, I went and saw Mary Poppins.
You're still not going to.
Hey, how was it?
How was Mary Poppins?
2 seconds, guys.
He doesn't know how to work this.
Oh, you've just thrown too much on me at one time.
You fix it, I'll be back.
Oh, it's
Merry
fixed.
Christmas.
Oh, hold on.
I'm really going to do some editing to get this, to get rid of some dead spaces in this episode. But I don't. Jason Boyd, who could not be with us tonight, had brought up. I don't know if Brandon can even hear me yet. Had brought up about doing some little comedy shorts, involving, unfortunately, copyrighted characters that we might have to watch about. But, humorous, in other words, video memes, if you will.
Can you hear now? Yeah.
And incidentally, everyone, this is how she does it when it's actual episode. Runs in.
She's a great co-host. I've seen her before.
Now, okay, how was Mary Poppins?
Mary Poppins was really good. It makes you cry like 20 times throughout because the kid's mother is dead and the husband's trying to move on, and it's really sad. It was wonderful. I loved it. It was weird seeing The Quiet Place and then seeing her as Mary Poppins because I kept seeing her like in the bathtub trying to give birth in silence, and then she's Mary Poppins, and those are the two films I've seen her in kind of back to back. So that was a little wild, but it was great. I'm going to take Scarlett back to see it. And then while I was gone, my husband got a airless fryer. It's also a dehydrator and rotisserie kind of cooker for Christmas from my mom. He cooked Brussels sprouts in it while I was at the movies and smoked in the house. So if you can imagine, the house smells horrible right now.
Cats and dogs living together.
There. It's the end of the world.
Media team is in babysitting my daughter. So,
on the other side of the house.
And doing a great job. So.
And Amber installed porn on our TV.
Oh.
Yeah, she did actually. For Christmas. Our gift to Brandon.
Well, that's something.
Love it.
Boy, this went off the rails sideways.
I like the special effects, Wes. You guys continue.
Using both of them.
Oh.
Hey, love you, Nicole.
Love
Bye,
you.
Nicole.
I'm getting to be.
I feel like Deadpool, the one character where every time she would come on screen, he'd go, "Hi."
That was the girlfriend. Yeah.
The
Japanese actress. Yes.
Now, I tell you what. Since we're on a serious note now for some ungodly reason, I'm actually just sit back, Sutton. For the horror fans in our audience, it's actually a great time to be alive. Not because of what's coming out in movies, but because Netflix and Hulu have got on this big horror kick.
Have you watched Into the Dark on Hulu?
No, that's my next project.
I thought you had to fix a fence.
I've done that too. But Netflix is, of course, they've been in it pretty good since Halloween. It's like they had a good Halloween and said, well, let's just keep cranking this shit out. But now Hulu's jumping on the bandwagon, and they've got the Into the Dark, which is Into the Dark an actual movie, or is it like a series of movies?
No, it's a series.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, and it's awesome. I've not been disappointed yet. Like there's a couple episodes that aren't as good as the other ones, obviously. But like when you go into you got to think about it. Horror kind of, I don't know, it disappeared to some extent, like old school horror, like for a long time, and hadn't been in the mainstream. And it was like you had to like search it out. And then like in the last, what is it? God, probably 6 years. Like it's just out there. Like, you got Bates Motel, Stranger Things, like all these things that hit mainstream. Like Get Out.
I'm going to... What, Billy, did you fart? I'm going to try to find a name.
No
we watched a it was a comedy horror movie. House of... God, what was the name of that? Shit. Everybody, help me in the chat room.
Okay.
It's on Netflix, and basically, it's a house of some. It's got a big long name because they actually use the logo of the T-shirt, but the big words are House of. And it's the last name, and I can't remember it. But here's the premise behind it: it's a family of vampire hunters, and of course, the last vampire they killed in like 1930. So the family's kind of been withdrawn from that, and to make money, they are faking it. Well, then they accidentally awaken a real vampire, and it was a funny movie. And I hate that I cannot remember the name of it. House of...
Somebody's Googling it.
That's
Dude,
right.
I'm
That's
trying,
right.
but like based on that description,
No, I'm talking to people in the chat room.
it's like trying to find a needle in a fuck stack. Like there's no way of like I've not seen it, which I find odd. But
Shit, somebody has to have seen that movie besides me. And the reason I can't remember it's it's the house of and it's their last name. And the actual title of the movie is I Spent the Night at House of whatever it is. We'll get that name. Somebody in the chat room always comes through for me.
We have lots of fine people in the chat room tonight too, Wes. We have Kim Ford Johnson was watching, but I think she got drunk and had to go to bed. Our friend Eric Morrison's out there. Jackie McCord. Hi, Jackie. Chris Hughes, you're a buddy. Who else is out there tonight? Carol Saramaki. Yeah, Carol, you had to shovel a bunch of shit in snow today, didn't you? Uh-huh. Yeah, Chrissy Turner, Eric Morrison.
Shadows.
Kim Spill, my Kim. I saw you earlier on the screen when you were going to stick a knife in Brandon. Glenn, yes, I'm really happy all you guys came out to watch us tonight.
What we do in the shadows is, on its own, a very, very good comedy horror movie, but it's not the one I'm thinking of. FYI.
Glenn says that.
Oh, well. I will get that name and I will send it to you, Brandon.
oh yeah, you're killing me, man. Like I can't place it.
It's actually, what I like about it, it's bloody as all get out. Now, some of the vampire effects as far as the makeup, a little iffy. But when it comes time to spill blood, they spill, like when you drive a stake in the vampire's heart, they explode. So picture that in a small.
That just doesn't fit Lost Boys standards. Like I don't know with vampires, like I always go with Lost Boys standards. Like when you plunge it in, like garlic stuff comes pouring out, and then they die. Like I don't know. I've Lost Boys was the first vampire movie I ever watched, so I've always like put my stake, like my stock in that. But yeah, I've not seen what you're talking about on Netflix. But if you will message me when you find out, I would love to see it.
Now, of course, Chris's first vampire movie was Nosferatu.
I saw it when it first came out too. That's how fucking old I am. Well, no, actually, it was the original Dracula. I think is one of the first one I saw.
But everybody, now I'm gonna give Amazon a plug here. The only thing, Amazon Prime makes everything hard to find, but they've actually gotten in a really good collection of not only horror but aliens and Bigfoot. They got a big hard on for Bigfoot right now, and they've got all of these paranormal and horror shows, but if they were as good about recommending movies as Netflix is, although I have to admit that sometimes Netflix like, oh, you enjoyed Terrifier? Well, you'll like Full House. You know, okay, sometimes they're a little off.
You'll like Full House.
They're a little off sometimes. But at least they put forth the effort. Hulu doesn't even try. They just, this is what we got. You go find your own shit.
Oh, you gotta search it out, man. It's like what Vudu and like all those other things. Like there's a million different streaming services out there, and like if I want to sit down and like find like some good like horror movies, like I've gotten to where I just do Shudder like for that. But like if you dig through Amazon Prime, like, I mean, there's all kinds of things you can watch, and like a lot of those places are producing their own horror movies now, and like doing their own series, and like it just takes like the movie theater out of the mix altogether, and or cable TV, and so you get to watch all these things streaming, like basically unedited, that we didn't have like when I was growing up. And so like when I was watching horror movies growing up, like I was watching them on the satellite, like under lock and key. And so like now you just have like all these different avenues. Like I don't know. I think it's a really exciting time for horror movies, and I've been really happy with what we've got coming out and like what's been out there. And God, have you seen the preview for Us? Like it just seems like horror is like just come mainstream like all of a sudden over the last little bit.
Speaking of
Especially during
previews,
Christmas.
now realize the franchise isn't that old, so I think people are still attached. But why is everybody giving Hellboy such a hard time over a freaking 60-second preview?
I didn't see a problem with the preview. Like I was really, I'm excited about the David Harbour version. Like I mean, I'm a huge fan of the original series, but I'm a huge David Harbour fan too. And so like I didn't really see a whole lot of problem with the new trailer that was posted. Like it's just one of those things. Like anything new, I think is scary to folks. And anytime something's redone, like it just takes a lot to swallow. Probably something you've never heard before, Billy. But yeah,
Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman.
Yeah,
Ron Perlman.
Yeah, Ron Perlman was the original, and apparently because he's not starring in the reboot, everybody's just losing their fucking mind.
I bet that did start some shit.
I don't think people are completely like, batshit crazy about it right now. Like what my buddies that I talk to, like, we are pretty in tune with movies and stuff, and like we've all seen the trailer, and we were huge fans of the Perlman version and the comic book too. I mean, the comic book is awesome if you haven't read it. But I'm actually like the preview I saw, like I'm really excited for it. Everybody I've talked to has been pretty stoked for it too.
Well, all I have to go by is what I see on social media. And because somebody came up with the Ron Burgundy meme that you're not Ron, everybody took it and ran with it.
Well, people are going to like do that. Like from the second they didn't cast Ron Perlman, man, it's going to be under scrutiny, and I think they all understand that. And so I think it makes everybody want to work harder to make a good movie. And
true.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just have to wait and see it before I make a judgment on it. I'm not going to pass it just because they don't cast Ron Perlman.
Now, I actually have already made my decision on Child's Play. I'm sorry, I cannot get into AI for the new Chucky doll.
No, I ever since like we talked to Alex, man, like I started like reading more about it. I can't get into that notion of it. Like I don't know. I'm not excited. I try not to pass judgment, like I was just saying, on things before I watch them. But like, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm a big fan of the original ones. Have you guys like watched like or read anything about like what they're going to do?
Yeah, a little bit of it. So it is going to be all CGI, or is that right?
Well, it's supposed to take off. It's supposed to be completely different from the original story, and from what I gather, like he's supposed to be like an artificial intelligence kind of thing. And so it's not like Charles Lee Ray and all that stuff. Which if you're going to revamp something like that, like I mean, I don't know, call it something different or go along with a different storyline. But I don't agree with it. I haven't seen it. But I know that all the original like folks are like not in it, and so like or had any input in it. So I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical of that.
His name's Buddy now, right?
Oh shit! That was one thing I missed. Like I didn't see that.
No. Now, Buddy,
are you fucking with me, Billy? Like it can't really be Buddy.
Buddy is the. I'm making the assumption. If they stick to the original concept at all. See, Buddy was the doll line. So surely they wouldn't change his name too. Surely not.
Oh, Buddy. Like, what was the actual, like, My Buddy? Like the
The
creepy
Bible.
Yeah, what
doll.
was it? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah. Like, those things used to creep the shit out of me because I watched that movie.
Yeah, I had one of those, but I seen a movie poster where instead of Chucky or whatever the doll's name is, it said Buddy on the package.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Well, now the package would say that. Chucky's package said,
right, because it's a Buddy doll.
right, it's a buddy doll.
No, his was like good guy, or was it? Something?
Yeah, it was a good guy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe-
my buddy was the actual, like, real life reality version of Good Guy
Okay.
Doll. And so my buddy was like, I always had it in my head like they had based like the Good Guy Doll off the My Buddy. Because the My Buddy was something I could go into Walmart and buy myself. And every time I walked past that, I was freaked the fuck out and just wanted to, like, burn them all and perform some sort of, like, exorcism on it. Like, it just scared me. But yeah, that was the way it went. And so, like, this one is supposed to be like an AI kind of thing.
Yeah.
No creepy, like,
But
voodoo.
what I heard was his face is supposed to be CGI, and that might be wrong. You know how things. get
I'd
said,
say
but,
I'd say it will be, because if it's
Yeah.
artificial intelligence, then they'll want it to. Well, I mean, Terminator type thing. Well, okay, we're past our hour mark, and everybody now is kind of slowing down because me and Chris are the only ones really drinking to amount to anything. And now,
I would argue with you on that one, Wes.
Plus he's-
Fine tonight at an Italian restaurant. It's a great dish if you do it right.
Jesus Christ.
Really?
I remember the first time I was in love. Yeah. Anyway, so to finish things up here, first I'm gonna ask. By the way, Taylor Lake. Do you realize if your middle name is Bill, you would be my favorite person in the whole world.
It's Bill.
Ville?
Bill, Taylorville
Bill.
Lake.
Taylorville Lake.
Oh,
Ah, see. That's a
I thought the
Kentucky
same-
joke.
I thought the same thing. I was like, maybe Wes just has a thing for bills.
No. It's a Kentucky joke. Anyway. Are you all coming to Vet City Con?
I'd like to.
Yeah. No, we're coming. We plan on it. It's just contacting them through email because they haven't gotten back to us yet. Because we sent them emails and they haven't responded yet. So.
Well, I just
Somebody's got to use the bathroom.
No, we're in an office. We're gonna have to hop off here.
Okay. and they didn't know he was actually using it. Anyway, well, Billy, I'm
Hey,
looking
Billy.
forward to seeing you too.
Yeah, you guys take care.
I
Billy,
love you guys.
Love you too, brother.
I'll shoot you a message if you can't get in on a cosplay kind of thing. Like, I'll get a couple extra vendor badges or something.
Okay, yeah, we appreciate it because we've emailed them a couple times, trying to get the media thing going, and we haven't got a response yet.
Yeah, we'll go the second route. I'll just give me a holler. I'll check on
Okay,
it.
good deal.
All right.
Thank you.
Have fun at Sandals.
See you guys.
Okay. All right. Now I'm down to two. Now,
Poor random woman walking by your office.
now before because Chris got to sit through the last 30 minutes of that with me while they talked movie shit.
Yeah.
Now I know. Now, Chris, of course, now you've got some surgical shit coming up. But now, do you have any conventions or anything scheduled?
I'm not breaking loose. Yeah, I'm getting a hip replaced. That shows how freaking old I am. January 16th. And so I'm kind of laying low after that for a while, do some shows here and there. But I'll be at the HanaCon in Omaha, Nebraska on March 23rd. With Dustin Perry is the highlight, the big star for that, and lots of other good folks there. So be good to catch up with our friend Dustin. And then May 18th, I'll be at the Malvern Manor with Josh Hurd and lots of other good folks. We're going to have an event there. June 28th and 29th, I will be at Hinsdale House with we have two nights there. We'll be having events both nights with Brian J. Kano, another friend of ours, and Dan Class. And so those are the big ones I've got coming up. I got a lot of other stuff coming, in between. But so yeah, and then of course the Scarefest. Always I'm there every year.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna do serial killers this year, brother. I'm into the what they want.
In other words, you've listened to my advice to everyone.
I listened to your advice, and I told Amber I was going to do. See, now what most people don't know is I have a degree in criminal justice and a degree in social justice, and so I used to study serial killers. That's part of my college stuff, and so
social
it's kind
justice.
of fun to get back into. Yes.
Social justice.
Something Kentucky doesn't know shit about. Okay,
you
now,
have a degree in
except
social justice.
You have a good Medicaid program, though. I will
Oh
say that.
my God! What that's like right up there with like art history.
Yeah, or animal husbandry or something like that. Yeah. And so I will be doing a talk at if Amber grants
Wait
me.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
What?
If we do
What?
our talk again, can I bill you as the social justice warrior?
The social justice warrior. And only you would see that as a bad thing. Shall we go into this
I would call
further?
it more. I would call it more of a cliche, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I can think of some cliches, but see, I stay away from that thing. So I'm a nice guy. So okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so once Chris heals up from
Love
his
you,
old
buddy.
age surgery, he'll be around everybody, and that's pretty much what we got for the show. This has been the holiday train wreck episode. It's like what we do every year. This year might have been worse than usual. I don't know, but I want to thank everybody. Oh, incidentally, Dustin Perry that he mentioned. I get some pool people. He's already contacted me wanting to come on my new show because he never
Your new
watched
show,
the old
okay, your new show.
Because-
I've been
because-
ragging you about doing another show. Okay, let's hear it.
Let me finish the sentence. Because he's not like he doesn't keep up with what I do. So because he sees me posting about one show, he assumes it's new and not the one I've been doing for 4 freaking years. That being said, Dustin Perry will be on very, very, very soon, and we will continue our tradition of not talking about anything that has any interest in any of his fans.
Like goats and
That's what we
trees,
do.
yes.
Yeah, like we will talk about.
Oh,
I guarantee you, the topic
they did a
of
show one
goats.
time. They talked about goats for 20 minutes. I swear to
Yeah.
God.
Goats
And
will
people,
come
the
up.
chat room's blowing up. Everybody's going crazy, and you're talking about goats.
That's what we do. Everybody, I do want to stop and wish you a Happy New Year, a Merry Christmas, and yes, we're like moving right on with the show. We got basically expect January 4th. We're trying to work out. It's going to be a 2-hour show. It's going to be a 2-hour show, everybody. We're getting a horror somebody for the first hour, which I keep getting teased. I keep getting teased with, and Michelle Wagner will be our paranormal guest for the second hour. So see,
Good.
We have like a plan, and
Love Michelle.
Yep. Michelle's good people.
Michelle's good people.
She is. I'm going to tell you said that. That you doubted her integrity.
I don't doubt her integrity. I just think
And
that
she wasn't a good person.
That is just, that's like
Fuck,
something
I'm
that my
telling-
grandfather would
her,
say.
I'm telling her right now.
What'd you call her mom again, Wes?
Yeah.
What was
really.
it last time we were hanging out?
I don't know her mother.
Dear Michelle, Wes is a turd. Text me back, Chris.
So everybody, I hope you did enjoy tonight's show.
Busted.
It's something we do every year. So now you got to wait like 12 months. I don't know what the date will be next year, but we will do it again just because it's impossible to get a guest right before New Year's Eve. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.